So here's a really fun fact about gratitude. So having gratitude is the fastest, best way of getting what we desire. The reason for this is that when we have gratitude, it means that we're focusing on abundance, right? We're focusing on abundance in our bodies, we're focusing on abundance in our minds, instead of focusing on lack. And what we focus on is what we get more of. It's what we attract more of in our life. And so when we're focusing on the feeling of gratitude, we end up attracting more things to be grateful for. When we're focusing more on lack, we end up not attracting things to be grateful for. We end up attracting things that cause us to feel, and experiences that cause us to feel more lack. So the word gratitude comes up a lot in our world, and it's kind of become this cliche thing that people say we should have, but it's kind of a hard thing to know how to get. And so something that I work on with my clients a lot is really taking this idea of gratitude from our minds and taking it to this place where we can really feel what gratitude feels like in our bodies. Because when we can feel the feeling in our body, it becomes more real and it becomes more magnetic to getting more of what we desire. And so the next time, I would encourage you to do this, the next time you're on a walk and you see a really beautiful flower, just take a moment to feel in your body what it feels like to be grateful for that beauty. Or the next time that someone in your family does something really nice for you, instead of thinking that you're grateful and saying thank you, do that, but also feel in your body what it feels like to have gratitude in that moment. And this will allow you to really anchor that gratitude in. So often I have clients coming to me saying, I want to be happy. And while this is a completely valid thing to say, it's so important to recognize that happiness is just an emotion. And so happiness is an emotion just as frustration is an emotion, just as sadness is an emotion. And so emotions are fleeting. And so having happiness as our goal kind of sets us up for failure, because if it's fleeting, it comes and it goes. And so we're never really going to get to this place where we're just happy. So I tell them that a better goal is to desire peace and self-love. But of course, it's so valid that we want a life that feels more good than bad. And so my question for you is, do you allow yourself to really feel happiness when it is present, when that emotion is in your life? So what I want you to do is just take a second and close your eyes. And I want you to just think back to the most recent time that you felt happy. And what I want you to do is just feel what that happiness feels like in your body. And if you can feel what that happiness feels like in your body, just take a second and lock it in. Because I think sometimes we just don't give ourselves the moments to really experience the happiness when it is here, right? And so the other thing I would say about happiness is, what choices are you making in your life? In order to be happy, we have to make choices that are in alignment with our happiness, right? And so when we look at what makes us happy, a lot of times our ideas of happiness come from our parents or society or what our teachers told us when we were younger. And I think it's really important as adults to redefine what happiness means to us, and then ask ourselves why we're not taking the actions toward those things that would make us happy. What's stopping us from going in that direction?